Welcome to IBoughtTheFarm.ca. Here's just a view from the sky from where we live and some strange stuff I found today. Here's a view of the St. Lawrence River, and then the islands you can see here from left to right are Pooley and Jerry Island, with a house that looks like the Great Gatsby's house. Then there's Small Chester Island, which has a tiny house on it, literally a tiny house. Grassy Point just to the right of the middle, and then on the far left, the far right, we have Goose and Berry Island. This is our driveway that leads up to our house, which has the green roof there. Then we have a barn, which is made of metal with a brown roof, and a garage that's being torn down. This view is basically facing north-northeast, roughly north-northeast. And then there's the yellow excavator in front of our great heap. Right here, to the middle of the screen, we have our Bell Cellular Tower. Kind of looks like the Great Eye of Sauron. Then today I was driving around in the UTV and I found some strange stuff, and here's what it is. So, I'm up on the ridge here, which wasn't easy to get here. I got here with the UTV. Same day as my original kind of travels, it's Boxing Day. And I found something really strange on top of this rock, and I don't really know how it got here. This is clearly my property, but look what I found. This is the weirdest thing. So there's a trailer up here, and there's no discernible way how it got up here. There's the plates, so I'm gonna have to run them to see who maybe this is owned by. But this is really weird. I don't know how it got up here. It was hard for me to get up here with the UTV, and there wasn't a lot of space between the trees. So here I am on top of a large ridge. This ridge here is just in front of our house, and it's about a 30 to 40 foot drop off a cliff. It's a ridge all the way around on three sides. There is a bit of a hill back here, but like I said, it wasn't easy getting up here with the UTV, and there wasn't much room between the trees. So I don't know how it got up here. So I gotta find out whose trailer this is, and then, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's just, I'm finding really strange stuff up here. Every time I go somewhere on this property, I find something bizarre. So yes, apparently I'm a proud owner of a really crappy trailer. I'm about to go in and see what it's all about. I bet you the owners didn't even know it was here, because they seem pretty lazy. There's used as a burn barrel. That's pretty interesting. A little old wheelbarrow being used as a burn barrel. Nobody's been up here in a very long time. I mean, this place is quite run down, bit of a mess. But it's a decent looking little trailer. So I'm gonna go inside and see what's going on about it. But yeah, it's a trailer full of stuff. There's even flowers on the porch. It's really weird. It's open. It's open. Lots of animals have been in here. It's really weird. It's the weirdest thing. There's a trailer. There's my trailer. It's a beautiful little mobile home. Clearly, I'm going to take my family in it this summer. I don't even know what to say to this. Yep, I got a trailer in the middle of nowhere. And they said the property was swept clean. Lies. Don't even know what to say. So bizarre. So behind me is that cliff we were talking about earlier, where the trailer is somewhere up on that ridge. It's right in front of my property, and you can see our house there in the distance. It's 18 feet high to the peak, and it is well above that point. And there's nothing but marsh down here. This is our driveway coming in, and so you can see that's pretty big. And there's just this trailer up there. I don't know how it got there. It's really bizarre. And it goes all the way around like this. Although it slopes down, you could not drive up that at all. There's some serious rocks behind it. On the other side, it's the same thing. So I don't know how it got up there. So here's the trailer from the sky. The left now to the top of the screen now is a cliff. it's pretty high, and this is the valley I drove through to get up there, and like I said, there's no room for trucks. So the green crop of trees here on the right is where our border of our property lies, somewhere between it and this little body of water that's held back by two beaver dams. They're pretty high and the water's pretty deep, so we're just going to take a quick look at that now. So still exploring. Here I am in some nice deep reeds. It's, or old reeds, it's kind of a fieldy kind of situation. It's a little damp here, and I wondered why. I knew there was a body of water near the property. This is like right along our border of our property. This is a massive beaver dam. Goes all the way across to the far side. This is like an extra, I don't know, 2 feet high, maybe 2.5 feet. In some places, almost 3 feet down the far side of, well, beaver dam, mud and sticks and rocks and whatever else is shoved in here. You can see out a little bit in the distance, there's an old beaver dam kind of running around across that apparently had a break in it. And that means that all this area here, where my UTV and out where our pile of junk is, would fill with water if this ever came down. Just to kind of get an idea how big it is, you can easily canoe across this. Like, this is a nice body of water. It's about 2 feet deep at the edge here. And I'm looking out and I see about 3 feet. I mean, here I am standing roughly in the middle of where it would be. It comes up to my hip. So here we are looking across at the sun. There's the beaver dam. And there's the body of water way across to that set of trees. Hard to see in the sun, but it is actually quite beautiful. But that is a lot of water that could come our way. So I hope this beaver is doing well and is healthy for many years to come. But I don't see a little place that he's staying. So I'll have to find out whose property this is and see if I can go out and take a look. But it's interesting, that's for sure. Quite a body of water. There's a little boat even on the far side, so somebody's been using it with a boat. So it's interesting, but this means that this area here would fill up with water pretty fast if I didn't have this dam. So the space we were hoping to use isn't quite as useful as it looks. It's pretty wet here. You can see I'm standing in a bit of water actually. In places it's about a half a foot of water out here. So yeah, there's quite a little lake just the side of us. So it's interesting what I'm finding. So to the left is the cell tower. You can just barely see the base of it there. And then this is the kind of path on the right that Belle uses to get to the tower. Beside the excavator in that crop of trees is the great pile of junk. We've taken 11 tons out at this point already, and we probably have at least another 20 to go. Our neighbor's house is just beside the evergreens beside our house. You can see the house there, a little shed, it looks blue, and an open field. There's a body of water there. I haven't explored. I'll get to that hopefully sometime tomorrow. This is the top of our ridge. We're flying now north by northwest, more north actually, over the first tree line and over our first valley, which again has got a lot of water in it, and apparently it's hard to cross. I haven't gotten to explore yet. And there in the distance is the 401 highway, and we have the property basically right up to the highway. So I gotta have a look at those trees. There's a few kind of lakey kind of situations around, so we'll get to look at those later. So now we're flying south across our property and coming up to the house. So I hope you enjoyed this little flight tour and a look at some of the stuff we found today. Welcome to IBoughtTheFarm.ca, and I hope you had fun.